Ever had that moment where your car decides to impersonate a boat in the middle of a downpour? Or your fridge spontaneously declares early retirement? Yeah, life loves to throw curveballs. But what if you had a financial superhero standing by, ready to swoop in and save the day? That superhero is your emergency fund, and today we're cracking the code on how much you really need. Welcome to Money Theory, where finance meets real-life stories. We simplify money management, investing, and wealth-building concepts through engaging stories, experiences, and practical lessons you can apply in your life. From budgeting tips to investment strategies, each video teaches you how to handle money wisely while keeping you entertained and inspired. Today we're tackling a crucial question. How big should your emergency fund actually be? Is it enough to cover a flat tire, a month of rent, or should you be aiming for Fort Knox levels of security? We'll explore a simple rule of thumb and a real-life story that will help you figure out your perfect number. Let's meet Sarah. Sarah was like many of you, had a stable job, paid her bills on time, enjoyed the occasional latte. She thought she was doing pretty well, but then bam! A company restructuring led to unexpected layoffs, and Sarah found herself unemployed overnight. Show images that match the story. Sarah looking at job postings, stressing over bills, eating simple meals, having a serious conversation with someone. Suddenly, those lattes became a luxury she couldn't afford. Bills piled up. The stress was overwhelming. Sarah didn't have a proper emergency fund. She had a small amount saved, but it was quickly eaten up by rent and utilities. She relied on credit cards, digging herself deeper into debt. Sleepless nights were a constant. She was calling family and friends for help, and although they supported her as much as they could, it was evident they could not help her on the long run. She felt embarrassed and ashamed. The bank accounts went into the negative. The stress affected her well-being, and she felt a growing panic. Sarah's story is a stark reminder of why an emergency fund is non-negotiable. So how much do you need? The general rule of thumb is to aim for 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses. Now, before you freak out, let's break that down. What are essential living expenses? These are the things you absolutely need to survive. Housing, rent, or mortgage payments, utilities, electricity, water, gas, food, groceries, not fancy takeout, transportation, car payments, gas, public transport, healthcare, insurance premiums, essential, prescriptions, debt minimums, minimum debt payments to avoid penalties. Let's say your monthly essential expenses add up to $3,000. That means you should be aiming for an emergency fund of $9,000 to $18,000. Yes, that sounds like a lot, but it's your safety net, not your retirement fund. Now, why the range of 3 to 6 months? It depends on your individual circumstances. Ask yourself these questions. How stable is your job? If you work in a high-demand industry or have a secure government job, 3 months might be sufficient. If you're self-employed, work in a volatile industry, or have a history of job hopping, aim for 6 months or more. How easily can you cut expenses? Can you quickly reduce your spending by eliminating non-essential items? The more flexible your budget, the less you might need in your emergency fund. Do you have other safety nets? Do you have a supportive family who could help in a pinch? A spouse with a stable income? While you shouldn't rely on these, they can factor into your decision. Where to keep your emergency fund? Okay, you know how much you need. Now, where should you keep this pot of gold? The key is accessibility and safety. Here are a few options. High yield savings account, HISA. This is generally the best option. It offers a decent interest rate while allowing you to access your money quickly. Money market account, similar to a HISA but may offer slightly higher interest rates in exchange for larger minimum balances. Certificate of deposit, CD. Only consider this if you know you won't need the money for a specific period. CDs lock your money away for a set term, and you'll face penalties for early withdrawal. Important note, avoid investing your emergency fund in the stock market or other volatile assets. You need this money to be safe and readily available. Easier said than done, right? Building an emergency fund can feel daunting, especially if you're starting from scratch. Here's the secret. Start small. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each payday. Even $25 or $50 a week can make a big difference. Cut unnecessary expenses. Review your budget and identify areas where you can cut back. That daily coffee? The subscription you forgot you had? Every little bit helps. Find a side hustle. Even a few extra hours of work a week can significantly boost your savings. Consider freelancing, driving for a ride-sharing service, or selling unwanted items online. Treat it like a bill. Pay your emergency fund first before you pay anything else. Make it a priority. Okay, let's say the inevitable happens and you have to dip into your emergency fund. That's what it's there for. But the key is to replenish it as quickly as possible. Adjust your budget. Identify areas where you can temporarily cut back even further to accelerate your savings. Put any windfalls towards your fund. Tax refunds, bonuses, or even a lucky scratch-off ticket should go straight into replenishing your emergency savings. Don't get discouraged. It takes time to rebuild your fund. Stay focused on your goal and celebrate small milestones along the way. Remember Sarah? Well, she eventually found a new job. She learned her lesson. She started small, automating her savings and cutting back on non-essentials. Slowly, she built her emergency fund, this time armed with the knowledge and motivation to maintain it. Now, she's not only financially secure, but she also has peace of mind, knowing she's prepared for whatever life throws her way. So, what are the key takeaways from Sarah's story? Calculate 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Choose a high-yield savings account for accessibility. Automate your savings no matter how small. Replenish your fund after using it. Peace of mind is priceless. Your emergency fund isn't just a pile of money. It's a shield against life's unexpected blows. It's a source of comfort and security. It's a ticket to financial freedom. Take control of your financial future. Start building your emergency fund today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Money Theory for more real-life finance lessons. Let me know in the comments, what's one small step you're going to take today to build your emergency fund?